你呀，你有点东西啊你，老头。哼，吓死我！我靠！嗨，我是阿萨米，今天我们要玩的是 Tangle Tower。接下来的部分涉及剧透哦。如果对这款游戏感兴趣，想自己尝试玩玩看的话，可以在任意时间离开，开始属于你自己的游戏哦。
You ready, Sally?
Grimore, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
案件档案：谋杀案的受害者 Freya Fellow 19岁，在一位 Flora Fellow 58岁绘制肖像画时死去。地点 Flora 塔 ，Flora 也在场，她正摆好姿势准备画像。Freya Fellow 被发现平躺在地，胸口有一处刺伤。现场没发现凶器，但 Freya 未完成画作中的主人公拿着一把刀，刀尖上的红色液体不是颜料，而是血。这游戏的画风我很喜欢耶，很可爱，而且颜色也很丰富。
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to say, too quiet?
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
It's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single... Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
损坏的卡带，卡带被水弄坏了，标签上的文字模糊不清。
It's a statue of some hideous scale...
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp. Hang on a second. This isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not going to solve this just yet.
Let's come back later. It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
竖琴雕像，一座古老且饱经风霜、手持大竖琴的两栖动物雕像。竖琴的4根柱节上都刻有符号。
Oh.
What?
Oh. There's an O on the floor.
Oh yeah, Tangle Tower.
Tower. Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
No, definitely.
打开的信，信封被撕开了，里面只有一张纸，密码画在另一张纸上，记住之后就赶紧毁掉。你说的我不同意，你去那下面是找不到的。
Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah. Finally, we get to investigate a murder in a spooky mansion.
It's not that spooky, really.
Don't ruin this.
It's a big glass tube filled
There are
with...
weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
哇，有够复杂的。刚刚死者是叫什么名字了哈？是这个什么 Freya Fellow。P 的在这边 ，F 的在这边，这样中间这个是什么？不知道。
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the West Tower, I think.
在西塔顶岸，还真是个大家族。哇，看他这样子站在那里，感觉就是个美人。
Let's take a look at that painting first.
好吧。
There it is.
Okay.
The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
彩绘肖像 Freya 无法完成这幅画，因为她在作画过程中死了。Flora 似乎挥舞着一把刀，我们发现刀尖上的红色物质是血。
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene, and something really weird about the murder weapon.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Flora Fellow 拿着一把刀，尖端沾着血，因为他刺杀了 Freya。
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
血。
Flora's portrait is completely covered in blood because it stabbed Freya. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
这幅画里的刀上有血，这可能代表
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting? Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here?
No.
Case closed.
The case is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
Is that a gramophone?
I think so, except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
留声机，留声机播放的是卡带，不是黑胶唱片。它指向房间的中央，上面有明显的贯穿裂缝，从喇叭一直延伸到卡带机。
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
裂开的卡带，卡带中间有一条裂痕，标签上有一则手写的讯息，送给 Freya to Freya。我们刚刚在池塘里面有捡到一个绿色的那个卡带，可以放进去里面吗？
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Okay. 为什么这么恐怖？听起来。So creepy.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
这个褐色的东西是什么？是血吗？损坏的卡带，卡带被水弄坏了，标签上的文字模糊不清。 这是一个人在户外散步的录音，可以听到失真的哼唱声。
It's piano music.
这是一段钢琴录音，播放时间不长。OK。
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
I think it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
原来是要跟着他一样，我还以为只是对着。OK。
That's the one.
Hey, not bad. Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
空的蛋，一旦解锁就可以把蛋打开。它目前是空的，蛋的内部铺着一层天鹅绒材质的柔软材料，蛋由一个黄铜支架支撑，以3只长有利爪的怪脚站立。
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle. No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
这团血在那边是没有的，这里没有血，它那里有血。
Supposedly, Freya was working on the... Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
画笔和调色盘，调色盘上填满了各种各样的颜料，最大的是中间那坨黑色颜料。这坨，可是它看起来很像绿色。OK， 画笔上仍然沾着干掉的红颜料。
Freya's painting supplies.
Freya 的颜料，红色、黄色、蓝色、黑色和白色的小玻璃罐，玻璃罐的一边都裂开了。哇
Flora Fellow.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now. Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
她完全不想要理我们。
But at least we can say we tried. Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Oh.
Wow. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh.
Nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
我真的很喜欢他们的美术风格。
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
他的供词真的是有够长的，我还以为就只是几句而已，所以他就一直站着办公啊，而且还在室外。
A wooden trunk that opens up into a full desk.
I want one.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk...
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh, no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis? About the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator. You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing. What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it, until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
事实上，这样很不严谨啊！所有人都已经去过案发现场。
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
A new suspect! Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise!
Save it for the judge. It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it? I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Got it.
I'm impressed. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
秘密日记，一本用旧的书，很像日记，用一个奇怪的金属装置锁着。
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Arrows connecting all the different suspects.
They're not labeled, though.
Yeah, they're completely meaningless. Did you notice who isn't on here?
Yeah, 死者不在。
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
So, 他们两个是有一些 connection 的吗？
It's a magnifying
How
glass.
come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
Oh, Freya 自己的房间，这是什么？
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
画的照片 ，Freya 抽象画的一张小照片，一片胶带粘在上面，边缘用黑墨水画了几条线，像是在 point 出什么重点还是什么标示的感觉。
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe. They're not real paintbrushes.
它很多这种小小的解谜类的东西。
Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism. 这是什么意思？哦，这个是干的颜色。OK， 不懂干的颜色，但是这里是绿色。粉色的干配上这个，所以这个应该是它在第二行线，1、2、3、4， 1、2、3、4。这样不对，这里，这样。 There we go.
Okay.
Perfect. What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
4岁的照片，两个年轻女孩的合照，她们一个红发，一个绿发。这张照片少了一大块，好像被撕掉了。这是 Fifi 吧？是 Freya 吗？还是说这个才是 Freya？ 我有点认不出他们谁是谁。
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it.
谢谢。
Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, When did she retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell.
你看起来真的很奇
Mostly,
怪
I was
哈
in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
他绝对知道点什么东西。
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
他又在睡觉啊，被我挡住了。
A little hand-painted
How
statue.
can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
彩绘模型，一个持剑人的木雕。这个模型是手绘的，但颜料运用不熟练。在附近发现了黄色、蓝色、黑色和白色的颜料。这几个颜料是不是也在 Freya 那边有？
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
彩绘模型，一个类似绿发小孩的模型，一个类似灰发女人的模型，一个类似红白相间鸟儿的模型，一个类似宽肩男子的模型。木质模型是手绘的，颜料涂得不好。旁边放着一罐红颜料和一支画笔，画笔上有些干掉的红颜料。
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet, and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Me? Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And, of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh, no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh, dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I say hi.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening. I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever, then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
So far 这一位讲的东西和那个私家侦探讲的东西其实是一致的，而且他讲 Fiona 也就是 Fifi 和他的女儿 Poppy 这两位先离开也是对的，他们先去把那个画上的那个红色的部分拿去化验，然后发现那是血嘛，所以这个人讲的东西其实没有矛盾。
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I would look at it.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
这是地心说嘛？旋转围绕中心的5颗行星：太阳和月亮。 哦，他是要把那个光线和下面这些纹路对应上是吗？啊，这样子吧，它是这样子的东西。OK，
I'm impressed. Did you hear that? Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
金甲虫因其外骨骼而得名，由大约98些类似黄金的矿物组成，寿命为数年。它会发出巨大的嘶嘶声，记录超过95分贝，造成捕食者完全无法消化，借以抵御捕食者。有不太可靠的传言指出，看见这种神秘生物会招来厄运。
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
哦，那这样子这个人就有问题了诶。他讲他一直看望远镜，可是他没有看到发生什么事。可是他的望远镜一看过去就是现场诶，所以他怎么可能不知道现场发生什么事？至少他如果说死者被画板挡住了，所以他不知道，还有一点道理。但是他完全可以看到这位 Flora Fellow。Oh my god！ 我才说他说的东西都是对的，然后这就杀出了一个。
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the back side of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
Is that a window?
啊，明明我们刚刚在那座塔的时候，我们是说我们站在的是最高楼，可是上面这里有窗户诶，那也就是说上面其实还有房间的吧？
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there. Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
可能他研究的是别的星星嘛，对不对？比如像我们耀眼的姐姐一样，这颗星星也是非常的闪耀嘛，对不对？听起来有点大逆不道。
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
你呀，你有点东西啊你，老头。哼。
Someone painted out the window.
Do you think it was done recently?
No，
No idea.
有蜘蛛网哎。
Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
为什么这里这么亮？
Where's that light coming from?
No, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
哈，这里就能够直接把凶器丢下去，然后把 Freya 给杀了。但前提是 Freya 本来就是躺着的状态。
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
卷轴玩意。
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude!
Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice. I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower.
barely speaks to anyone these days, especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away, definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer. 3.5 hours of piano practice, soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5? Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that. Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The 3 of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
It's a metronome for keeping time.
It's ticking. Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though. There we go.
Perfect. What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph. Part of a photograph.
撕碎的照片，这张撕碎的照片上有一名穿着粉红衣服的金发少女。照片中的女孩用着一款亮粉红色的录放音机，还戴着成套的耳机。照片其余部分是 Fifi 和 Freya， 她藏在 Freya 的房间里。这个女孩子是谁？应该不是 Poppy 吧？她的发色不太像还是染过。音乐， 这个粉色的录放影机应该和刚刚那个粉色的那一个卡带是有关系的吧？
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
刚刚那个粉色的卡带里面是钢琴曲，而 Poppy 本身是弹钢琴的。
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
那张照片应该就是他来的。
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors. Let's take a closer look at this.
粉红色卡带发现于犯罪现场，吻合粉红色录音机，在这张旧照片里是 Poppy 用的。Yep.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it. You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
我不觉得 Poppy 现在恨 Fifi 和 Freya， 因为他刚刚说他们还是朋友，而且他跟 Fifi 都还是有来往，所以应该不是这一个。照片证明 Poppy 就是凶手，这也太绝对了吧！现在都还没有什么决定性证据。Poppy 不想再那样了，风格吗？
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
Whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
喇叭雕像，一座闪闪发光的雕像，上面是一只拿着喇叭的奇怪生物。雕像的喇叭上有一条明显的贯穿裂痕，喇叭里头和地面上都是各种玻璃碎片。哦，这看起来不太妙哦。裂痕跟 Freya 的留声机还有卡带对应，这个玻璃和 Freya 的那个颜料的那个玻璃罐的裂缝是不是也是有关系？哇哦，又是一个美人。
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer. Pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
可是很好听啊。
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
The professor?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé.
Oh, sorry. 我还
He's
奇怪
not
professor 这么
really
老。
the traveling type, you see.
Fitz fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
如果两家有竞争，为什么还住得这么的近啊？
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day. Watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I. Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
可是你为什么突然间要去找那个 Pointer？ 还有 Pointer 他到底为什么要跑去那一边？他现在太值得被怀疑了，变成即使他走出房门后讲的东西是实话都好，却让人觉得为什么他要走去对面呢？
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
That's sunflower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
盆栽花，一种色彩鲜艳、形状奇特的花，它看起来很健康，照顾得很好。盆里的土看起来清新湿润，呈现一种不寻常的蓝色。
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
Did the door open? What's in there?
Now I'll get her. 这个是玫瑰花瓣吗？皱巴巴的纸，一张撕碎的纸，揉成一团，里面包着红色花瓣，纸上有愤怒而潦草的字迹。现在我要对付他。Holy 花瓣，这不是指向了 Fitz 吗？吓死我！我靠！我还在找人在哪里，结果哇，老伟很恐怖耶！你这样子，哇，要命
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitz fellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
这个应该不是他能控制的吧？为什么你这么高？我倒不是觉得他高才恐怖，我觉得他恐怖的地方是刚刚站在那里的时候，那个眼睛 ，Oh my God， 还会发光啊 ！Holy！
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA, sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
听起来不像哦。
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
他不是
Did you
喜欢花，他
speak
喜欢
to
的
each
是
other?
你。
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
你不是有跟 Poppy 待在一起过吗？
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that?
No.
Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya,
She fell silent.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
太简陋了吧？总感觉跟这栋 mansion 不搭。
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front.
我觉得是 Penelope。
Inside it says, To Fitz, from PP. An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know.
Doesn't look soft. There's someone outside the window.
Something outside the window. It's probably just a rock.
You sure?
Not sure. 人家青蛙的头。你不要告诉我 Fitz 躲在外面就好了，他真的会吓死我。拜拜。